Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a Why Do We Call It That Wednesday. Marty Richards here with Richland Center Tourism. Today we have a pretty cool episode because we're going to talk a little bit about one of those people that really was important to the formation of Richland County. So today, right here in Richland Center, I find myself at the corner of Sheldon and Kinder Street. Yes, we always wave. Even when we don't know you. We always wave and get honked at every now and then, but that's how friendly we are. So, I am still at the corner of Sheldon and Kinder Street. Today we're going to focus on Kinder Street. Kinder Street is named after Peter Kinder. So, Peter Kinder was very important in the settlement of Richland County. So, to back up a little bit, Peter Kinder was originally from Western Kentucky. That's where he was born and raised. He worked on his father's farm until he got to be somewhat a very, very young man. They almost say he was still a youth. And he had a lot of wanderlust, wanted to explore. And so he then started to work on ships that went down the Ohio and the Mississippi rivers. So he was working on ships, was quite good, and achieved to the point where he was an engineer on different ships that he had worked on. Well, at a certain point, the polish wore off the fun of that, and he went back home, settled down, northern Kentucky, married, and started to have children and farmed. He had 5 children ultimately with his wife, and they grew to the ripe old age of adulthood, which at that time, usually that was around the age of 15, and you're out the door. So unfortunately, about coinciding with the same time when their youngest became adult age-ish, his spouse passed away. This seemed to spur a little bit of excitement again for Peter Kinder to become an adventurer again. So before he left, though, he married again. He remarried a much younger bride. If we look at the dates of death and different things, it appears that she could have been 25 to 30 years younger than him. But they then move on to his next occupation, and they move to northern Illinois in the Galena area, and he becomes a miner working in the mines. She's pregnant right away. They start having kids. He works as a miner for 5 years. They ultimately have 2 more children, and Peter, after 5 years working in the mines, gets a little anxious, decides he wants to go exploring again, leaves his wife and 2 children just temporarily in the Galena area, and he then travels up to the southern part of Richland County in the Richwood area, just north of the Wisconsin River, and he settles there, kind of homesteads it, sets it up. After the first winter, goes back, brings his wife and 2 kids up to that area. And Peter Kinder at this point becomes very important in the settlement of Richland County. It is said that he helped many, many, many different people settle that area. He was very kind, helping them to stake their land out, helping to build cabins, even helped to build different roadways in the area. So Peter Kinder really kind of became one of the forefathers in the Richwood Township area and in the formation of Richland County. Now, that's all pretty big. He had a huge life, but the item that Peter Kinder becomes best known for, you're going to have to wait for our episode coming later where we'll explain what he is best known for. But Peter Kinder is best known for discovering one of the biggest geological interests that we have in Richland County. But you'll have to hang on for another episode about that. The only mystery we have about Peter Kinder is what nationality was he? He was born in Western Kentucky, but the Kinder name, what was his heritage? Well, it could have been English or it could have been German, because English, there is a town and an area by Derbyshire, England, that many immigrants came from there, and they were mostly named Kinder. So he could have been English. Or he could have been German, possibly, because Kinder is a very German name, really transfers to Kinderlerner, which means teacher of small children in German, and so they think he could have been German. Well, there's also, inside of the family, there's some discussion that maybe he actually had some very obvious Native American heritage as well, because one thing about Peter Kinder that we know, he was very much in tune with nature. He was an excellent trapper and hunter and outdoorsman, very often liked to go wandering and just stay out in the outdoors. So that is the only question about Peter Kinder, is really what nationality, or what was his heritage. So you'll have to stay tuned for a future episode to hear more about Peter Kinder and his biggest discovery in Richland County and what he is best known for. But until then, we would hope you'd come visit. We have a lot of social distance friendly items to do. We've got our UTV trails, our Pine River. You can go kayaking, canoeing, tubing. Also a Pine River Trail. Feel free to come ride bikes. If you don't have a bike when you get here and you want to rent one, you can certainly contact Main Street Hobby and Bikes, and Frankie will set you up with a bike there. But lots to do, social distance friendly. So we look forward to seeing you when you come visit. I'm Marty Richards with Richland Center Tourism. Have a great day.